Yes, welcome to Keep the Ball. 40k on Insta.
Mate, I think it's a stitch up though.
Aye.
Because you're on 50.
I know, but mine's are all guys, yours are all birds, isn't it?
Aye,
Thanks very much.
That's the rent now, innit? That's the rent, the new pad, 40k.
40k. What's happening with that pad?
With quality now.
Fanny pad. Are you getting up on the table, shows your boots?
You want to see the boots?
Just give it a wee lie in front of your 40k.
Mate, watch my belly keep popping out my shirt, man.
How many of the 40k have you?
35.
35k?
I'm gonna take that horse to the old town road, but I'm gonna ride. Think I can just slide back into the chair?
Yeah.
No, be careful, mate.
Be careful.
Aye.
Whose
though.
shoes are they? Jimmy Nails?
No, my dad's. My dad's.
He's practicing for his manager's outfit, isn't he?
That's a bit
Suppose outfit.
Aye, it'll be. Do you like this outfit, man?
It suits you, mate.
Do you know what it is? No, seriously, mate, and the reason I need to say this, I feel people are now thinking I'm a joke figure, right?
You're just thinking that now?
Oh, sorry, come on. Last month, Andy, right? And what I'm saying to them is, because I have a joke and laugh about and clown about, don't mistake me to being a joke figure. You know what I mean?
Aye.
You don't have to.
Is that your response to that? Eh?
Aye, seriously, mate, I'm telling them right now, don't mistake, because you need to be careful with that.
Aye, it's a slippery slope they're going
So what are
down.
you? What are you then, if you're not a joke figure?
Aye. What are you? Tell us.
No, but I'm just saying, don't cross
You're
the
a
line.
serious pundit, yeah.
Aye, I'm serious, don't cross the line.
Okay.
All right, lads.
How strange that Kev's wearing fishnet stockings under the fact. I do like a t-shirt till Kev knew about a collar for you, mate.
It does, that company, Montage Menswear, sent me it.
Looking well.
So I can't complain, so I certainly...
You deserve it, big man.
I do deserve it, you're right, Smitty.
Do you know what, mate? He's got to start being more fucking confident. I mean, what a career the guy's had. No, seriously.
You're in about
Maybe no confident, but
quarter-finals, FA Cups.
I'm like, unreal, you know what I mean?
Imagine he had your confidence.
Oh, wow. Mate, do you know what I mean? I've based my career on playing with guys with Topley and Craigan. He's played Ron Reen on it. Do you know what I mean?
What about Mother's Day? What'd you do, Kev?
I mean, I did the best thing ever, because I went for a round of golf, then I came in and watched the golf and allowed Lynn just to sit with the kids all day and enjoy the time with them.
Right.
So I thought that was a decent thing
That's
to do.
decent for you.
It was.
What did you get? A block of 10 goalie coaching lessons with Stevie Woods?
Stevie Woods is...
Danny McGrain does a block of 10, didn't he?
No, it's Tommy Sheridan's getting a
Tommy
bucket in.
Danny
Goalkeeping coaches.
McGrain's far too old.
New set of gloves
Tommy Sheridan.
and some Vaseline, that was it.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, easy, big man.
Susan like your tongue, Paul?
Aye. Fuck's sake. Was a crack man you sent for the post? Nah, listen. We let George and Susan every Mother's Day just enjoy ourselves. Right. You know what I mean? Name your dirty talk with they do, but that's it. That's all I'm
Did you have a good day?
I should have cried.
What about you, Andy? What did you get, Mum?
Aye, alright, mate, just send my mum some flowers. It's nothing else you can do in it as well.
He's actually a lovely guy, isn't he? Before he came on here, you had that wee... Do you know what I mean? You had a wee feeling about him, he's a bit fucking... He's a bit dodgy and all that, but he's a good guy.
Good heart, isn't he?
Very good heart.
I mean, he used to text me, Slaney, and say, would you think of fucking Andy Hardy coming on the show? And I was like, I know, Slaney, we'll fucking pump him out.
Was I not...
We've warmed to him, it was
The nation's sweetheart now, isn't he? Nation's sweetheart, Andy.
Yes.
Oh, wow, unbelievable.
Yes, he's staying
We
well.
need that to change a wee bit, don't we?
You
I think they've changed
You've bad mouth from off air, didn't you?
Aye, all the time, but what I'm saying is I'm going to start feeding you wee things for you to say when you start slaughtering people a bit.
By the way, you've ruined my Mother's Day, I'm not even joking, eh? So we got a Sunday roast, magnificent Sunday roast. Mother-in-law sitting across the table for us, just as you speak to eat, she pours gravy all over her food, and all I can picture is fucking Steve.
Like Stevie Bruce.
Steve Bruce's head went on her body, man. It was fucking disturbing, man.
Just having a pint of gravy with it.
So thanks for that, you've ruined food for us as well now.
No, I believe Stevie Bruce is getting the credit.
But I did get better.
You're telling the truth, man.
Tell the truth, aye. He's obsessed with gravy, so...
We'll come to him on the English one later on. Right, Rangers, Andy, flying.
This
Fun
is
fact, Andy, we need to say get well soon to Walter Smith, what a guy.
Aye, absolute hero. I think in my generation, he's probably the biggest ambassador the club's had. His success, he's had over 2 stints as a manager, obviously assistant before got the job the first time, and just an absolute legend in all senses. I've been fortunate enough to meet him a few times, and even when I've went through tougher days and that, he's always been somebody that I can speak to.
What have you? What you
Aye, because obviously he's obviously a Rangers fan as well, so even...
His phone number never stopped if you were phoning him on your phone.
I think he got sick of it in the end, but he was always at the games. I would always have a chat to him, obviously before or after a game. And he's been a big help with Steven Gerrard as well. I think Steven Gerrard's came out and said, I'm at conversations he's had, he's been up and down for the training ground, plenty of times, but I just wish him and his family all the best and hopefully he pulls through whatever he's going through.
Have you met him, Kev?
I've never actually spoke to him, Si. Played obviously against a few Rangers team with him in charge, but anybody, even when I went my short time at Rangers, everybody, especially Big Jig, would speak so highly of him and said, like, the presence you feel when he walks into a room, he says, just command respect. So for me, I think that the measure of Walter Smith is what he's achieved in the game with Rangers at the 2 spells. I don't think anybody, and that's across the whole, any football level, has ever said a bad word about Walter Smith. The things he's done in the past, the things he's done for the club, like to hear the news over the weekend that he's had an operation and there was obviously crazy rumours on that side, but whatever he's going through, we just wish his family and himself all the best and hopefully recovers and can move on.
We got to the final of the Euros under 19s. He was a Scotland manager at the time. He flew over for the final and gave us a team talk before the game.
Super.
Mate, the hairs on your boss standing on
It's
his team talk was unbelievable. Went out and got beat fucking 2-1, but his team talk was brilliant.
But it's like everyone, like Kev said, they speak to it, what's on them, they all love him, mate.
Yeah.
So like, you know what it's like with managers, you love or you hate them, don't you? If you're playing, if you're not playing, but whether you didn't play, you were on the periphery, you started every game, everybody you talk to just loved them.
Mate, Derek's stories on him, brilliant, aren't they?
Yeah.
Derek's unbelievable stories on him.
What a man. Right, we'll get them on Thursday for Derek.
Aye, that's why I didn't want to say there too much.
Right,
about
okay.
Derek.
Right, Rangers in Europe. Andy Halliday, they're going through, aren't they? Prague are a pub team, mate.
Rubbish.
I
I
said that, like, everybody was buzzing off a Slavia in the first half, but Rangers were just poor.
They were rough, weren't they?
Slavia weren't cutting them open. Slavia are actually very direct, weren't they?
Put the ball
They were
behind
just
them,
setting it and just flipping it in behind, but Rangers were so slack. It's probably the poorest 45 minutes they've played all season, and they've still came away with a 1 each draw. So I think Rangers' ceiling's higher than theirs. So I think if Rangers play anywhere near the way they can, they'll go through in the end. But no, you've got it on the sheet of paper, Greasy's save at the end. That's that's genuinely one of the best saves I've ever seen. I think it's top 5 best saves I've ever seen.
Robbie Savage was absolutely caning. Who's he got does beat Scottish Football BT?
Darryl Curry.
Darryl Curry was caning him because he said it's the best save he's ever seen. And Robbie Savage said that, he went like that, stand up and walk out for that comment.
No. Did he actually? What did Darryl Curry do?
Darryl Curry was like that.
Stood up and walked out.
Mate, Chris, something's like that, I know. Even the cameraman are laughing at you. Wee Darryl Curry was going all red, mate.
Wee Darryl Curry.
But Darryl Curry,
6 foot.
I said, aye, but he's wee bit into it, I didn't. No, I didn't mean that.
Tiny, mate.
But it was, but on the, how did that team beat Rangers? It fucking hell, Leicester.
I know.
Mate, honestly.
What about the manager? See what he was wearing on the side of the pitch?
Was it Air Jordans?
Mate, it's like he was working in the bar. I thought he was going to offer Sel Gerrard a polo.
Had a fireman's hat on.
I know. Fireman's hat on.
Aye.
He had the wee cap and that on, didn't he?
Big hose, aye.
Kev, is he world class, Allan McGregor?
Aye. You know the only surprising thing for like Allan McGregor, for me in his career is that he's never, like, Rangers are a massive club, big club, and an honour to play for them, but we're talking maybe like a massive English team. Why has nobody ever took some of
What was he, Hull in the Premier League, wasn't he?
Hull, but you think of maybe like back to the days of Andy Goram, how good he was and how everybody talked about Andy Goram. He got a move to Man United on the back of like being a backup keeper to help them because they knew the qualities he had. You think of some of the rubbish that, like, you think they paid 93 million quid for Asbel, whatever you call him at Chelsea.
Kepa.
Do you know what I mean?
Kepa, yeah.
Aye.
Great.
And then you think of like some of the other goalkeepers think, like, why not just say, come on, Allan McGregor, come play with us for 4 or 5 years and we'll... It's unbelievable.
This is an unbelievable debate, this, right?
Right.
Because can you class somebody as world class if they're not playing at the highest level of the game, right? So this is what I'm meaning. Allan McGregor's made a world class save with Lee Griffiths this season. Made a world class save the other night in Europe. But you look at Fraser Forster last season with Celtic, world class for Rangers in the final, even in Europe. But you wouldn't go down England and say Fraser Forster's world class. He's second choice to McCarthy. But then on that note, you look at Everton, Jordan Pickford, England's number 1. McGregor's better than Jordan Pickford. So I don't know. My question is, can you say world class when you're playing in Scotland? Aye.
Get your point.
It's a good point,
That is a great point.
That's a good point, but the thing
That's why you're a top pundit, though.
That's why I'm serious today. You know what I mean?
I think given that opportunity, Slaney, had he got an opportunity to one of the big clubs, I think he would have proved that he would have been world class.
I think he's certainly good enough, Kevin.
I think
sure. Yeah, he's certainly good enough.
I think that
he certainly is good enough. No, seriously, but I do think
at the end of the day, Slaney certainly is good enough. But he was Soapy's number 2 back in the 21.
So he was. I still can't believe it.
So we need to remember that, right? So
who was the goalie coach at Scotland at the time?
big fucking
Stevie Woods.
Jim Layton. Jim Layton.
Fucking Vaseline in his head.
Who's in goals? But then again, another superb goalkeeper, Jim Layton.
My favourite story is, did you see Marseille's interview that I done with him? He was talking about McGregor, the Russian manager at Hull.
I just moved at a boy.
Just a boy.
Mate, that's what he's like though. But see, to be fair, there's been world class players that have played in Scotland, but they've then got the opportunity to go to a bigger club and show it. Like you were saying, I don't know how he's not had that opportunity. Like, even when he was at Hull, the amount of players in England, amount of goalkeepers especially, that have done well in English Premier League and English Championship, they've got to move off the back. He got Hull's Player of the Year 2 out of 3 years.
Do you know who his manager at Hull was? Steve Bruce.
That's why. Greasy wanted to go for a pint with him and order a pint of gravy.
That's why he was so good, because see, down at Hull when they were doing the goalkeeping drills, Stevie Bruce used to put the gravy on the goal knife and he was slitting all over the place and he still managed to save everyone.
No bad. His post-match interview, he wasn't even that bothered, eh? Is that what he's like?
He never does post-match because Rangers never put him up for it, because Rangers like, he's look at the state of him, there's no way we can put him in front of the cameras. But he's done a few lately and he's like, he's just so dry and he's just straight to the point. But to be fair, a lot of people react to that. Well, he's no PC. He's funny in his own way. He's just daft, mate. Just so daft, man. But he's honestly, I love him to bits. And I played with Jordan Pickford, and for me, he's better than Jordan Pickford.
Where'd you play with him?
Bradford.
Oh, did you, right?
And listen, Jordan Pickford's a top goalie. He takes a lot of stick, but he's high.
He loves raves, doesn't he?
Aye, does aye. He loves like serial PCG, MC tunes and that.
Mental.
But obviously he's a top goalie. He takes a lot of stick, but he's England's number 1, so you're not going to be a bad goalie for that. But if I was picking my best 11, I'd have Greasy ahead of him all day. See, this might sound a bit off topic, but see, in McGregor's younger years, and you know, having a couple of things off the field or whatever other things, do you think that was maybe the reason why the top managers didn't take him? But whereas in terms of his career at Rangers and Hull, he was brilliant because he was in there, but it stopped him getting the bigger move because people maybe, you know how there's this fucking stigma with football, like the Jason Cummins thing, or he's a dafty half the park, we're not signing him. There seems to be that in football.
I always thought him as well, top level, is he good enough for his feet to play at the top level?
He is decent with his feet, mate. Right. I wouldn't say Greigsy's got a weakness, but I wouldn't say he's not the most commanding coming for the ball for crosses, but everything else, see the thing for me, see if you look at the top goalies in the Premier League, right, De Gea, Lloris, Pickford, they've got 2-3 mistakes in this season. I've not seen Greagsy make mistakes in his second spell. I don't think, off the top of my head, I can't remember making a mistake that's led to a goal. And I'm not saying he's better than these goalies, but every goalie's a good shot. Every top goalie's a good shot stopper. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. So I think it comes down to the finer margins, like you're saying, good with their feet, come for crosses, leader, and how many mistakes can they limit themselves to. And I can't remember Greagsy making a mistake in his second spell.
I do, but I think that you would maybe say is doing England, McGregor's probably in a lot of games in Scotland barely making a save, and I don't know if that's actually harder when he's called upon.
Keep concentration.
Do you know what I mean? To make a save, but certainly you look at, the save the other night. I don't think a lot of people would have made that save. No. It was impossible to keep the ball at the net.
It was behind
me and my dad were actually screaming at the telly.
What, thinking it was a goal?
Thought it was a goal. And they're celebrating. We're about celebrating, thought it was already in. No, but Simon, honest, I just can't. What a keeper.
You think he'll stay next season, Kev?
Oh, he has to.
Andy's getting us an exclusive.
He's away, isn't he?
I'm getting you an exclusive.
He said he's away.
Him and Gerard away at the same time.
Liverpool goalie coach, innit? No, I think he should stay.
Why would you retire when you're playing that well, eh? Yeah. What else is he going to do? Sit about the house? He's not going to go. Would McGregor go and get a job?
See if I was him, right, and I was 39 now, but maybe 38 at the time, and I'm just thinking I'm going to go back to Rangers just to get them this title that they're wanting, and then I can call it a day, I can call it the highest level. But when he's playing this well, still, obviously, he must still feel fully fit and playing at the level that he does. He must want another crack at the Champions League and go for another year and see how
Why
it
would you
goes.
not go to the Euros with Scotland as well? Would you not do that?
I don't know, mate. Like, you see a lot of people chucking at international football, didn't you, constantly now? Their club
Just because he's not played at Euros in his career, do you know what I mean?
But I mean, he's been retired for Scotland for 2-3 years now. He can't exactly come out now and say,
I want to come back.
want to
Was
come
him and
back.
Marshall at Hull at the same time?
Yeah.
But see, the thing is, like, Scotland have always had good goalies.
I know,
See, over the last sort of 10, 15, 20 years, that's the issue with Scotland. But we go through blocks of positions where we're unbelievable. And then we're not as good as it. Like,
What job do you think Allan McGregor would do? I could see him being like a security guard in Superdog or something.
No.
I think he's too daft for that, mate. Aye.
Well, so why would you stop playing football? Because I couldn't imagine him working, could you?
No, he's not going to work. He's got enough.
He'd have a car wash or something, wouldn't he? Allan McGregor, get a car
Power wash,
plays the road rest.
driveways.
Then driveways.
Aye, power wash the monoblock.
Sonny, you obviously want him to retire.
Aye. Simon, go at the top. You've stuck to 10. Go out when you should, because you don't want to. Because when the fans come back next year, it might be a different story.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Rangers to go through then?
Certainly. I think they're a better team, and I don't know how they've got that draw. They've got that team, but I think they'll go through.
Kev, you think as well?
Aye, I think the only reason the only way Rangers won't go through is down to their own performance. I think obviously you're talking earlier on about our first performance was slack, Andy said, but I suppose if you'd been on the baby for 2 days, I'd be a wee bit slack.
It's embarrassing for that team.
My worry for Rangers would be Highlander's pace at that sort of level. See what you said about Prague playing over the top.
His positional sense is very good though.
But when the Rangers are better when they're pressing high. I think it's tough to do that with Highlander in the team.
Listen, like, I still don't think Slavia Prague are a bad team. Obviously, they're in the last 6 in the Europa League, but I just think, again, Rangers weren't anywhere near at their best the other night. And in the second half, they were still the better team in the second half against them. They were lucky enough to go in at half time. Obviously, the score what it was, but I think if Rangers play the way that they can and the way they have done in Europe, I do fancy that we go through.
I think Slavia Prague.
Rebo better up one there.
Aye, I think Slavia Prague best chance of qualifying will actually come to Ibrox and try and get on the front foot straight away. I think that's their only opportunity. See if they sit back, Rangers will just pick them off. But it would be nice to see Rangers go through, because
maybe that team Kev's better away if they beat.
They might be. You never know.
You think so?
I don't know. Maybe if they're on the front foot, I don't know.
Who knows? We'll find out on Thursday night.
Well, I was going to ask you, what do you think Aribo's best position is? Because he plays between that middle three and wide right, three up top.
I think his best position probably is as an 8 or a 10. So I think it does suit him when he plays in the middle three, and he's the one that's maybe allowed to be a bit more advanced. I was slightly surprised that Hadji started the other game, just purely because you can always kind of predict Gerrard's team in the bigger games. Like, he always goes to a more, maybe Scott Arfield in the front three or Joe Aribo in the front three, goes for a bit more legs and more defensive minded in terms of just trying to be a bit more solid, like, out of possession. But I think Scott Arfield will probably come back in during the week. Kamal Roof will have another week under his belt in as well, so he could potentially play. But I do think if Rangers play at their best, they'll go through. But it's like you said, I don't know how Leicester never beat Slavia.
Prague. Got nothing up top, eh? No cutting edge up top. You alright, bro?
I'm bones or so.
What one? What one in particular?
Riding, mate. So that riding, innit?
That's it.
That's the one big bone, right? I had no idea. I feel deflated.
What is it, Indiana Jones as well, a wee bit?
Mick Dundee.
Mick Dundee, that's it.
All best.
Definitely. He's borrowed, it's because it's Cheltenham this week, he's borrowed John McCririck's hat.
So it is,
So
can't wait,
it
mate.
is.
He's borrowed his hat.
We should do a Cheltenham show.
Should go down to Cheltenham. Fucking best ever.
I'd love to do that.
You been, Kev?
No, it's the one thing that I've always said I would love to go and do would be Cheltenham. Take the missus in that for, obviously take her on ladies' day, but the other 3 days.
Mate, did I take the missus, eh? We all go with the boys, it's the best.
That's it, brilliant.
It's the best, mate.
Did you go Swindon?
Every year.
Did you?
Guinness tent.
Hey, aye.
We're only 30 minutes up the road.
Yeah, super booty.
What's the one like sporting event that you want to go to that you've never been?
Masters.
Aye,
The
but
golf. I would love to go
and.
and, I would.
Mine would be him in the Jets top of start.
It's a cracker. Take tickets to
I'd quite happily lose an inch to go to Masters.
Tickets are a fortune, don't they? That's some price you charge for that.
Well, if you want quality, you got to pay for quality.
What would yours be?
I'd say maybe a snooker final, Higgins against Craig Gordon.
No, Ebden.
What a game that would be, yeah.
Ebden versus Craig Gordon.
Wow, imagine if you just staring at him. When he didn't hit a shot.
What about
What's
you,
yours, the
Si?
Masters, kid?
The Masters at the golf. What about you?
I only like football, mate. Not really into
What about Wimbledon? Federer?
Aye. I'd say the Masters would be up there for me, to be fair.
Either that or like the Ryder Cup, say like the last day of the Ryder Cup singles.
I like your Ryder.
You're a rider.
You like a rider. You can ride with the best of them, Slaney.
What about you losing your job on Good Morning Britain, Kev? Big
I
Piers.
couldn't believe that. Worked out.
Your double job, good for.
Shouldn't have worked out.
After some things he said to you, that
Because the fucking weatherman said something to me. If he says something to me, I'm walking out today.
Nah, go back. You should go back, big man. I just want to be honest. A couple of weeks ago, people said I was ignorant of him because I wasn't facing him. I wasn't meaning that at all.
That's like I'm looking at your ass.
Slaney, you read too much into the comments.
No, I don't read the comments.
People thought there was a thing between me and you. There always is a wee thing between you,
exactly,
but we can't disclose that.
He's meant to be going golfing today, didn't you?
I was supposed to go to driving range today.
He's got to play golf, isn't he?
You've got the right outfit for it, innit?
Oh, aye.
Would you be embarrassed if I went to your club like this?
No, not at all.
Would you
Why
not?
not? You don't get embarrassed.
Imagine
with
him
other
rocking
people.
up to diving range with that outfit on.
Right, Celtic Rangers coming up after Rangers play on Thursday. How do you see this one panning out? Kev, we'll start with you.
Do you know what, Simon? Got the questions last night, and I honestly don't really have.
Were you on the pan when you seen it? How's this one panning out?
I just don't have an answer for this one because I don't know where Celtic are at. I don't know what team's going to come out, and I just think Rangers will just. I actually think Rangers will. I think it might be comfortable for Rangers. I don't know why I would say that. I just think that Celtic's kind of lost their identity in the last few weeks. Lennon got sacked, the league got won, and it's now a case of John Kennedy's been trying players and different things, different setups and lineups, what have you. And I don't think there's an identity there or what team's going to turn up. You couldn't say to me today, this is a Celtic team that's going to probably play on Saturday. Nobody really knows, whereas Rangers are the cemented in concrete. You know what's going to happen, you know how they're going to play, and it's up to them. I think if Celtic were to turn up and play well and maybe get a result, I think that would be a surprise.
Do you ever sit on the pan long enough that your legs go dead and you can't get back up?
You get pins and needles in your toes.
Horrendous, that.
You get some laugh walking back to the bedroom, don't you?
Oh, I hate that.
Paul, how do you see this one panning out? Somebody who has got an identity crisis as well. Who are you today?
I don't know. My bones are just agony.
Your bones are agony?
Bones are sore.
What have you been doing?
Don't know. No, listen, Simon, it's a tough one.
Yeah.
It certainly is. It's a tough one to call, especially with Rangers in the back end going to be a European tie. I just
You're scunnered me, aren't you?
Say what you really feel.
I want to say if Celtic don't win it, then I want to turn my back on Celtic.
What? And support somebody else?
Should I have said that? No, listen. I don't.
Will they win it, Paul? Yes or no?
Yes.
Oh, based on.
This is Celtic's one game. I mean, they've not turned up all year. Forget everything else. Forget even the season after this game. This is your last game of the season almost. You need to stop Rangers in the unbeaten. And they can do it, certainly when you see the performance at Ibrox. Do they go with that diamond again? And I think the diamond is very dangerous, Simon. I really do. I think it's dangerous. There's a lot of spaces.
Shine bright like a diamond.
You done know.
That's just he's got.
I don't even take it, but generally we drink that. Generally, that's not even trying to
I did that. Here, Slaney.
That's great. I don't know. Ask Genius if I thought of that.
Slaney, I had some of that this morning. 47.
I've not done that for weeks.
For years. Right, so what, drink no go, Diamond?
Aye.
You and your dad stand like that and
I really just thought the house doing that. Aye. Fucking hell, Charlie Nicholas selling it.
you should put your glasses back on, Jeff, because you keep see driving
Where's
home.
Charlie Daniel? Should get him back on, shouldn't we?
Definitely.
Back
Should get
on,
him
he's
on
not been on.
Andy, is this as confident you've been going into a Celtic Rangers game?
I wouldn't say it's as confident as I've been. I do think Rangers are favourites, so I think just purely for the evidence it's been this year. Not the league table doesn't lie. Obviously, the past 2 Old Firm games, Rangers have come at the top. I do think Celtic. I think we'll see a better Celtic version of themselves in the game. So I do think it's going to be a competitive game. But if I had to say one team will be favourites, I think it's Rangers. And like they said, you've got to fancy if Rangers come out on top in this game. You've got to fancy them to go in the season unbeaten. Because I've said for a long time that I don't think they will. I think it's very, very tough to go unbeaten in a season. like I said before, I think when Brendan Rodgers Celtic done it, I didn't think it was something I'd probably see again for years. But Parkhead's Rangers' last biggest task, and the way Rangers have played all season, you don't fancy them now to go and lose to Aberdeen at Pittodrie or Pete's at Easter Road or any of these games. So I think if Rangers they come out on top, I can see them finishing the season unbeaten.
Kev, what do you think Celtic's team? Diamond, 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1.
I think they've got to. You know what, Simon? It's a difficult one because they played well in the Diamond at Ibrox. Obviously, albeit they lost, but they did play well. I just think that for Celtic to have any sort of chance, whatever formation or selection they do, they've got to be on the front foot from the word go. I think they've got to put Rangers under pressure, put them on the back foot. I think that's their only opportunity. I think if they don't do that and Rangers say get an early goal, we've seen what happened when Celtic lose a goal this season. They just fold, and it could end up being a few goals. But
Griffiths needs to play, Kev.
They need to play two up front. They need to play two up front. I'm glad they've got a more a proper right back in the boy Kenny. Left back, I don't know. I think I'd like to see probably Greg Taylor come back in. I'd rather have him in. I think Laxalt has been a bit of a fraud. I don't think he's AC Milan. I don't know what AC Milan he's playing for, but the centre half wise, who's fit centre half wise? The boy Welsh,
Welsh and
Ayer.
Yeah.
Midfield 4. Turnbull's got to play. Soro's got to play.
Right. McGregor, obviously.
McGregor, and then see the other one. You could put Chris in there. You could put Mikey Johnson there. But to be honest, I don't really know because they've been hit and miss size, so nobody really owns the position. It's just a case of what John Kennedy decides. But I think they've got to play two up front. I think, no saying Hollander's a weakness, but obviously his pace is a bit of a thing. But do Celtic really have unbelievable pace that could go over top to really threaten that? I don't think they have. It's an old firm. Anything's going to happen, you know what I mean? Rangers are going to be clear favourites, but at the end of the day, it's an old firm and it means a lot. Celtic's got 2 games this season that are important, and the 2 games are both against Rangers to stop Rangers going undefeated. Like Andy says, Rangers won't lose to an Aberdeen or a Hibs. I can't see that happening. They're just needing a massive hangover from Thursday night's European tie for Celtic to maybe have an edge on Sunday, but we'll be watching and we'll be seeing and hopefully see what happens.
Will you have the scarf over the telly? Is that still happening or is that
I've ripped half bit of Rangers score.
What? And
then put them messing about on Sunday, Saturday when I'm big.
Scarf over their eyes.
Aye, put it in my dad's eyes, spin and win. No, listen, rubbish.
Spin and win.
Andy, see you
Donkeys, he's still playing that?
He loves it all.
See you as a Rangers fan, Andy, would you still get a wee bit of jelly belly for Sunday? Even though you've won the league?
Like Shaw's jelly? Like Shaw's jelly?
Aye. Wee bit of jelly belly, you know, you get that feeling.
Just rub it in the strip before the game. There will be some fun in it.
It's all fun.
You get to change that in the morning?
Yeah, seriously, right, but how bad's it been with... I'm not saying because Rangers win the league, nothing to do with that.
Fans?
Air sport.
Rubbish, mate.
It's so shite.
It's got worse,
And that's what I'm actually glad now, because see all these arrogant managers and fitter players, no fitter players, people play sport and all that stuff, very arrogant. Fans actually make them who they are, don't they?
Yeah.
So when you realise, see fans don't go to the games for the next 5 years, it's done.
Mate, it's not even like Old Firm games, it's any game. See when you're watching the Premier League now,
can you watch it?
And you're watching it, even some of the Champions League games with no fans.
It's fans that have done that, bro. 40k. Fans that have made that possible.
Just think, you've got more fans than most football clubs.
We're the 3rd biggest supported team in Scotland. We are. Open goal, isn't it? Twitter-wise and stuff like that. 6. We're the 6th most supported team in Scotland.
Take that out, fuck's sake, 6.
Take that out, fuck's
6
sake.
in Scotland.
Really? 6?
6th.
I'm surprised.
Who's above us apart with Celtic and Rangers?
Hearts and
Hibs, Aberdeen.
I suppose Hibs are.
I feel like 6.
We're in the top 6.
Legit, innit?
Get a wee bonus for that, didn't you? Top 6 every year.
Top 6. So who have we got in the split?
So Livi are out.
So Livi are out and we're in.
Martindale out,
You and Martindale.
rolling a bit.
Would you fight for the 6th?
Absolutely.
I could keep
How
the
would you fight
balloons.
30? Why's your tongue sticking out? Trying to go off.
Slaney, could I keep the balloons for my 40th in June?
Are you 40 June?
40k.
Slaney, can you please like do a wee line dance in the boots? I'd love to
We
see
could
that.
do a bit of line dancing. Why don't we all
What's
do a wee
that song?
line dance? Cotton Eye
There
Joe.
was something going on.
That's Kenny Rogers, Dolly
The
Parton.
love is blind.
Islands in the Stream.
Islands in the Stream, Kev.
Islands in the Stream.
That is what we are. No one in between. How can we be wrong?
Sail away with me to another place.
He's got a good voice, isn't he?
Yeah.
No.
Dale turn road then. Get the boots up on the table and just like lay, just like you're on the ranch,
Gonna take my...
But you need to talk that.
He's a cowboy accent.
Right, give 5 minutes to get the accent in me.
Right, we'll speak for 5 minutes and you think of the accent, right?
Right.
So you're talking about like your horse and your...
Aye.
Right, okay. Chris Wilder, Kev, for Celtic, did you take that?
Chris Wilder for Celtic? No.
Left Sheffield United this week?
No, for me, Simon.
Why not?
Why not? I don't know. I think the clientele that Celtic have in the playing staff, I think they're needing that. And I don't think he fits the
modern day coach.
The modern day type of player that Celtic have in their team. The reasons I say that is because they've managed to get Lenny out, and I think that Chris Wilder could be in a similar path. I like how Chris Wilder comes across. I like how he speaks. I think he had massive success at Sheffield United because he was a fan. He got it. He got a group of guys working for him this season. They've just come a wee bit undone. But could he go into Celtic and change the mindset, or maybe 16, 18 players in a squad? I think it would be difficult.
Because he's worked with lower league players, isn't it?
Aye.
Most of the players at Sheffield United played League 1, League 2. I think
in terms of his football knowledge, Simon, his ability, he's probably not as good as anyone. But I think Celtic are needing to gear back towards somebody of the Brendan Rodgers ilk.
Yeah, I agree. Neil Lennon's been linked to Sheffield United, Joe Bandy.
Sorry, guys, sorry.
What's that you've dropped? Your play piece?
Aye, sorry. Continue, sorry.
To a cowboy.
Do you know what you're going to say? Have you got a full script?
No, I'm still trying to get it coming.
Right.
But it might be coming near the end of the show. Just, I need to make it right.
Right.
I mean,
so do you want involved in the discussion?
Aye, let me get
right,
back.
Chris Wilder, Paul, would you take him at Celtic?
No.
What, for the same reason?
No, well, I don't know. Because he seems like somebody who gets the best out of players, but he's recruitment. And I know and I know he's...
Craig Brewster, he bought one for Liverpool.
Been better halfway, Craig Brewster. With his Adidas Samba trainers on. Simon, I'm telling you right now, I don't care if you've got somebody in a recruitment analysis in. I do not care if you've got him in the door. If he comes to you and says, I'm signing this player, if you're Chris Wilder, you say, no. And that's it. You don't let the amount of players that have come in that club who aren't good enough playing Premier League level and they've spent money. I think he's got
his names, Slim.
the boy George Bollock at right back.
Is that
Baldock? Bollock to me because I played with MK Don, Simon, and I was 5 times the player he was and he played Premier League. You know what I mean? We look at I think McBurney's excellent. I really do. Ollie Buck, not for me at all. No way. Quick.
Speedboat, no driver.
McGoldrick.
No, mate, didn't say about David McGoldrick.
What a fucking player.
Good.
McGoldrick.
Are you going to slag him there?
No, I was just going to say pull your socks up. That was all
McGoldrick's player.
But only recruitment, Simon. He's a man in charge yet, and he's allowed too many diddies to go into the club. For me.
Would you like to be a bit wilder?
Oh, Chris Wilder. He's shifting like that Wild West 1 week, shouldn't you?
Many diddies ain't allowed.
How many? 2 diddies.
Aye.
But they need to be big diddies, don't they?
There's a man who's got a couple, didn't there?
I've got a few diddy.
You need a couple of big diddies, certainly, don't you?
Neil Lennon's been linked to a Sheffield United job.
Good on him.
Can you see him getting that, Andy? Nah.
So early after leaving Celtic, probably no. But it's good. I mean, it's good to see him linked to the job. Obviously, I've said it before. I don't think he's going to have any issue getting in somewhere. But I mean, I'd be surprised. I would be surprised if he ended up getting a job. But I mean, fingers crossed.
There was a smell of cheese in Sheffield at the weekend. I thought you had your feet, but Paul Heckenbottom, the mouse was taking over. Are you surprised to see it, Paul?
Pathetic, man. Seriously, pathetic. How can a mouse here walk into a Premier League job? I don't want to say too much about the guy. He doesn't deserve it.
Airtime.
Yeah.
I'm going to speak on how the other half lived.
Can that result he got on his first game?
He done well, didn't he? Massive job, Sheffield United too. I love playing as Jews.
Class. So good.
Brilliant.
So
you
good.
feel like my senses.
See, we love talking about players that just hate scoring that. Yeah, Chris Wilder would be the manager, wouldn't he? He's the manager of the players that hate.
He does seem a legend though, doesn't he?
He loves a pint.
He does.
He
His post-match interviews are brilliant. I've heard that he loves a baby and all.
Does he?
I've heard he loves a bevy.
No, he does love a bevy. That's right. Sorry, he
Aye.
does love a bevy.
And he loves his team
I
having
think
a
he sits
bevy.
with the boys and has a pint in it.
Aye. They brought out the night before that Leicester game, yeah?
5-0.
Aye.
Well,
On the
he
morning
didn't he?
on the morning and all.
Aye, Sunday morning.
Massive goal.
Stephen Glass is the favourite for the Aberdeen job with Scott Brown as his assistant manager, but also playing. Can you see that happening? I've heard that he's close to getting the job. You've heard that as well.
Well, I've heard he's got a big chance of getting
Is he
it.
in Italy, didn't he?
What's his brother's name again?
Otto.
Glass.
Um,
I like it.
everyone, I mean, I don't think there's one person out there that probably wasn't shocked when they seen the exclusive that he could get the job and Scott Brown's going to be the player assistant, but could probably work out well for both parties. Where is he now? He's in America or something?
Taking a B team. So I thought he was taking the actual first team. He takes in his own.
Is it in Italy?
Is it in America?
No, in Atlanta.
No, America, I'm sure.
Oh fuck, I thought it was Atlanta.
Atlanta what?
Atlanta.
Oh, Atalanta.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
Aye.
No, but I...
Sick B team in America.
A B team in America, mate. Can't get that. I always say that. See, you get the Aberdeen job, you need to have actually achieved something at a first team.
100%.
You should be getting the Aberdeen
I mean, at least
job
at least he knows Scottish football, though. Do you know what I mean? It's no like
Aye, I suppose.
it's no as if he's a B team manager in America and he's American and he knows absolutely nothing about Scottish football. So, could
Like
work
Brad
out well for
Gogley.
both parties.
Alan Purdue. Remember he called Alan Purdue Alan Purdue. Also, favourite, one of the boys for Andy Constant's videos in the running for the job as well.
Aye.
Is he?
I
Aye.
think it was the plumber.
Or was it the plumber?
Plumber, aye.
That worked out.
Anyone else?
Dick and Pinky. Pink.
Dick Campbell.
Dick
Dick
and Pink.
Campbell, aye.
By the way, why does somebody not go for Dick Campbell?
We've been saying
That's what we've been asking, mate.
that makes sense. His records and
Him and Pink, you think?
aye, 100%. Dick Campbell's knowledge of the game and his presence and generally one of the best guys I've met in the open goal.
He was a good guy, wasn't he?
What a hero, man! What a hero.
Scott Brown, player assistant, and Craig Brown was going to be player first team coach as well. So
I
Craig
know.
Brown, can you put on the bits
And,
back on?
Chief party night organiser.
Craigie Brown reporting for a party.
Exactly, Simon.
Imagine Craig Brown and Scott Brown middle of pitch.
Aye, I
I'd
know.
love to see that.
Gordon
Yeah.
Brown, goalie coach. Just got a Brown there.
Who Brown?
Gordon Brown.
Gordon Brown.
Phil Brown, the manager. Remember him?
Hey, Hall.
James Brown, the singer up front.
Yeah. Rooney for St Johnstone.
Big boy, wee man target, aye.
Do you think Brownie would leave Celtic? Or can you see him being there next year, Paul? Somebody
No, I
who knows
want
him.
him to stay there. I don't think he should.
You want him to stay at Celtic?
Aye, I just think because of this season, and listen, he could go. He's done it, but I think he should stay and try right or wrong, Simon, for this year.
But see, knowing Brownie, like if a new manager came in, maybe wasn't going to play as much, he wouldn't like that, Brownie, would he?
No, but I do think that the amount of criticism Celtic have got this year, they've lost the league. He's the type of person that'll spur him on again. It seems to every time his career when he's had a setback or people have doubted him, he gets stronger. I don't know if it's maybe a wee bit too late, Simon, because he is getting on, but I would certainly say, and surely, if I was saying he's coaching at Celtic, maybe if it's the
Took the reserves for a bit, didn't he?
I'd maybe go back to, I think he gave it up because he was playing, but I think he should stay with Celtic coaching. Maybe it's under 23s or whatever, under 20s or whatever it is. I don't know, I would say so. But I don't know, maybe what my assistant, maybe it's better.
I just think that if he chose to leave Celtic, he would leave his head high. He'd leave like in great regard for what he's done, and at some point he's going to have to try and further his career in football if that's the route he wants to go down. So do you wait in at Celtic, like maybe say John Kennedy obviously had to retire early from football, and he's been in there and he's hung on, and now Lenny's got the job, and it's unlikely that he's going to get the job. So does Bruni look at that situation and think, well, I might not get the path I want here at Celtic, why don't I go away, continue my learning in terms of working maybe with Stephen Glass if they get the job, but also continue as a player? I think there's an option for both, for and against, but if it were me, does he really need to go and try something new when there's still maybe legs in the old dog yet? I don't know. I think he should stay at Celtic. I think he's got more to offer. If he doesn't play as much with a new manager, I think his experience of what he's went through in the last 9-10 years could help the squad.
It's strange seeing him in a
it would be strange.
Aye.
Would Aberdeen fans be happy with Scott Brown?
They would, no?
Would they? Aye.
I think so.
I'm just asking the question. I don't know.
Surely you would.
But whoever gets the Aberdeen job, it's a massive job, Simon. And they need to get in there, and regardless of what the Aberdeen fans thought of Derek McInnes and how much they wanted change, I've said it before, be careful what you wish for sometimes, because Aberdeen aren't they financially strong to be going with a new manager and backing a new manager because of the circumstances. So let's see what happens and see how this plays out. But whoever gets a job, if it's Stephen Glass and Bruni, wish them all the best.
I wonder if Strachan would take it for a last job. An Aberdeen legend, didn't
What a
he?
shout that would be.
Big shout. That's a strange two, isn't it?
Strange too.
Glass and Brown.
They're best pals, aren't they?
Strange, man.
You think? How?
To go for, I know we've said it, but to go for American second team
To Aberdeen, I don't think you should get the Aberdeen job back.
No.
where have they
Well, he was a player, wasn't he? He was a player there.
the player there?
Yeah. Do you think I wonder if he'll come back with a weird American accent.
He'll be
Definitely.
he'll be talking like Sean Maloney.
Even on, I'd get him.
There you go. Why no Sean, eh? Why no
Sean
Sean?
Maloney.
He's an Aberdeen boy as well.
What's this cowboy accent though?
I know, right? Come on.
No yet. Still trying to get it in my brain.
What sort of scene are you setting in your head that's
That's what I'm trying
happening?
to think.
What,
I can't. I'm
what about if another cowboy like stole your horse?
No. So like, there's a bird in the distance and you've got a horse next to you.
Yeah.
And it's one of the...
And he's walking up to
Spending
him.
40k.
Come on, boy.
Why, boy? It's a woman, he said. Why is he
No,
come on, boy? Oh, dear,
Come on,
right.
Half it's hard.
Tonto.
I can't do it, boys. I'm nervous.
Come on, you can. You're a
Right,
good actor.
keep going and I'll
Do
get
you
it.
know what I do it?
What
Well,
type of
well,
cowboy is he going for? Is he going for like a Mick Dundee or is he going for like a Texan cowboy?
John Wayne,
Or John Wayne.
I'm so
Clint Eastwood.
I'm so worried because I know I say something and I can't say it because everything that comes into my mind is not right.
What do you want to say? You want to slap your horse's arse? Is that what you want to say?
No, but you know what I mean. Pissed off.
Simon, he certainly couldn't be John Wayne. Too small for that.
There you go.
Do the accent.
Give him something back. He's just called you small. You do something to him, Kev.
No, boys.
Get my
I can't do
toothpick.
it.
Somebody get my toothpick. A toothpick would
Right,
help.
boys. Move. I'm not an actor, honestly.
Here, get a toothpick right, but don't keep
Do you know
stabbing
why?
your face
Do
with
you know
it.
why? Do you
You
know what's
can't
happening?
wear that on not act like a
No,
cowboy.
exactly. But do you know what's happening here? I'm getting so many flushes and flashbacks when I try to act with Ford. Remember? I keep
Oh,
saying
right.
that scene. Every time I'm thinking of that scene, I keep thinking of him.
What did he say why you're in your sister's clothes?
Remember the first one? But he went like that. The fuck is he talking about? Oh, right. Sorry, boys. Sorry.
Right, okay, we're on to Livi top 6. They've secured it. Well done, Davey. He's put a bit of stick.
Davies, that's incredible actually.
Never thought that when he took over.
Mate, I'm
possible.
There you go.
Yeah. He's honest, mate, isn't he?
I know you're saying you kept a bit of stick at him, but I think he's a brilliant. I think he's dead refreshing, to be fair, because he's honest.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I like
Similar to what we said about Big Leagues earlier. Sometimes it's just refreshing not to hear the old same old PC answers. Do you know what I mean? So good on him. I'm a big fan of him. And then
Two fingers up to Paul Santos.
First things first though. What about the Jets go at the weekend?
I know, mate. What a goal for Big Jim.
He's got Big Jim playing well.
What was it, a volley?
We flick up and turn and top bins,
I don't know who that is
mate,
walking, eh?
mate, honestly, just try
can't
to put
believe
an arm around him and say, well done, son.
I thought he was just a tackler. Big Jim.
It's the fact he's got his hips still moving that well.
It's crazy.
Just shows you that people will want youth and all that in the game now. Do you know what I
Oh,
mean?
and you've got McGregor making saves like that. You've got Jim
Experience counts,
Jeffrey scoring goals like that.
Like,
There's a
did
place
speak
for
to-
experience, isn't there?
I did speak to somebody saying the Jets got unbelievable ability.
Yeah.
He's just a wee bit big.
Right.
Is he still flexible? Kev?
He used to, Andy, he used to be able to do the splits, but he's a wee bit tight.
He's still nimble, isn't he?
Imagine the Jet and Craig Brown, same team.
Oh my days, what a partnership that is.
What a spine of your team, imagine
Oh,
that.
imagine
Craig
that.
Brown in the middle, Jet up top.
He'd be like a wee dog in the middle, wouldn't he?
Be brilliant.
Wee Bruni.
Dirty in the middle.
Dirty. Why dirty?
Dirty tackle.
Did Craig Brown play for? Who did Craig Brown play for?
Clyde.
Clyde, did he? Aye.
I think so, huh? Livingston to Paul, you never thought it'd be possible when
No,
David
certainly,
took over?
Simon. And I've given him a bit of criticism. As I say, I'm not scared of anybody. And I gave him a bit of criticism, certainly. Also, the wee boy Scott Robinson
Oh, did you see that?
was a strange one.
Ruthless Sophie Martin doing it. Saying he'll play for them again.
Because he brought him on, but he brought him on early
Yeah.
in one of the games and then took him off. So he's a sub almost. But it's a bit different for a sub because he was brought on because of an injury in his first half. And then Scott Robinson came off and walked right down the tunnel. Did you know that story?
And he says he'll never play for him again.
I don't know about that.
Well, you just said that, didn't you?
He said that in the paper. He said,
No, I don't know about if I like
that's
that.
the right decision,
Oh,
right?
right.
Sorry, Andrew, I got a bit scared there and he turned on me. Because I know the boy, Scott Robinson,
How do you know him?
away with Scotland.
Right.
I mean, say, represent my country.
Good man.
Not a problem, Simon. And
Proud.
aye, right or so. But I know him, he's a really good lad.
What did George enjoy you going away with? To represent your country?
My man, I got fucking stoned there in Turkey.
How easy is it to set them up into something?
Mate, no joke.
You got stoned.
I can't believe it, mate. After the game, man, we came out of the fucking man, team were going like that. What are you doing? The team's there, the manager's there. We're laughing everything I said.
Did they buy fake strips or no?
Yeah, that's it, man. Like a crisp.
Fake Rolex on.
Do you feel as if you represent your country everywhere you go?
Aye, 100%.
So like Holland and that.
Is that why your dad still goes to Turkish barbers? Is that why he goes there? He goes there, doesn't he?
Aye, but no, you're right, aye. Oh,
Did you get stoned in the Turkish barbers? Didn't you?
I shouldn't have said that, should I not? The guy will get kicked out his job, man, for God's sake.
Right,
Hey, think you grabbed your pistol bar?
It's the same accent every time.
He's only got 2 accents. He's normal one in that.
Hey,
that was brilliant. That was good.
I think you've left your pistol on the ranch floor. That's so bad. So bad. So bad. I'm done. Done, boys.
How did they pick you up?
What are you?
How did they pick you up for a sketch?
Yeah. I think you grabbed the pistol for. Silent. Yeah. Do you know what that looks? It's like a film like the dirty sheriff walks in.
Somebody get him a fag.
Because that's what he used to do back in the cowboy days.
That's a real, innit? Hey, Weasel, do you want your old job back? Silent.
Oh my God.
Crackpot.
Brilliant.
Oh my God. Right, Andy, will St Mirren or St Johnstone finish in the top 6? Will St Mirren or St Johnstone finish in the top 6? St Mirren away to
top 6 was done.
No.
One more game.
One more game. St Mirren away to Hamilton, St Johnstone home to Ross County.
St Johnstone.
Right, St Mirren will get beat for Hamilton. A draw.
Whose hands is it in?
Drop points.
St Mirren's. They're
St.
I think they're a
Mirren's.
point ahead.
Are they? But Hamilton, best team in the league this time of year. And St Johnstone are doing all right. I know they get. No, they did. They won last game, didn't they? So. Mate, he's gone, mate. Honestly, what was that? I'll go St Johnstone.
You should have sucked some of that helium out and did your accent.
What Premier League manager made a good cowboy? Chipper?
Chipper be the best ever.
Oh, aye, brilliant. No, Brian Reid.
Brian Reid.
Brian Reid would have been good at the old Hamilton manager.
Brian Reid. Billy Reid.
Billy Reid.
Imagine with Billy Reid.
Billy Reid would be
He
brilliant.
looks like a cowboy, doesn't he? He's got a pure leather face, doesn't
He'd be like a wee stupid sheriff or something, wouldn't he?
Aye, they take it serious. Players with backhands.
What about Davidson, Nah.
No.
He's not a cowboy.
He could.
He's a chef,
He could.
isn't he?
He's
He's a
got
chef,
the.
naked
He's
chef.
got the dark.
The Beefeater. Chef in the Beefeater.
Give him a.
Brewsters. Craig
Give him a-
Brewsters.
Craig Brewster.
Craig Brewster would be a good cowboy.
Aye.
By the way, are we allowed to talk about something that happened in England but it's no the Premier League?
Talk about what you want, mate.
Mate, what about Derek Adams and the with Kevin
Elson.
Elson?
We're going to talk about
We're going to talk about it in the English podcast.
Aye, well that's what I'm
Clearly never read the script last night, Andy. No.
Kev, St Johnstone or St Mirren for you? Let's make predictions.
You know what? I think St Johnstone, because I think Hamilton plays St Mirren. You said.
Yes, at Hamilton.
I think Hamilton will be. St Mirren will see themselves as safe from any relegation or that, whereas Hamilton are trying to get safe. So I think St Mirren will have a harder game against Hamilton than St Johnstone will against
Ross County.
Aye. So
Is there any big incentive like bonus to finish top 6?
We finished top 6 at
TV
the
money,
beginning,
just mere TV money or
You just get the Celtic and Rangers. Used to be good to
money.
just get Celtic.
you
and
get an
Rangers.
extra Celtic Rangers game.
But right now, did they get the same?
Mate, we had to win our last game
fans.
against St Johnstone in the top 6. I think it was Kelly that were going for us, and I passed the ball straight to Michael Hallam.
told me that.
And they scored. So I had to wait on Sunday and hope that Kelly had got beat on telly. Or it would be mean that fucked the top 6.
Did
But
they
Kelly
get
got beat, huh? Oh, horrible.
World there?
No, it was Brian Graham I passed it to.
Think of that walk.
I think if you pass the ball to Brian Graham, you're safe, do you know what I mean? But somehow he sticks it in the fucking stand.
You thought you got your team through, didn't you?
Paul, who are you going? I think St Mirren, I love St Johnstone, but I think St Mirren deserve it. I think they've been there.
I would rather St Mirren, but I think St Johnstone will do it.
Even if they don't finish top 6, Jim Goodwin's done a hell of a job this year. So
What about him for the Aberdeen job? I was thinking.
I think he
Long term.
I think in the future,
That's a great shout.
he'll definitely be on to no disrespect to St Mirren, but bigger and better things, because I think he's got a big future in the game for a young boy.
I agree.
See how
Ross Callahan.
See how you say like in the future.
Kev down.
Oh no, it's alright.
Oh my God.
See how you say like obviously in the future. Guys like Jim Goodwin, see if they have like a bad season, did they ever get that opportunity? Do you know what I mean? Because football's short. Like I think if an opportunity comes to go to Aberdeen, you go now, because you might end up finishing top 6 or just missing out in top 6, start the season next season and it might just all fall apart, and you think, God, 6 months, who's the manager? The boy at Partick Thistle. Remember I had the opportunity to go down south. Allan Archibald, didn't he take it, stayed at Partick Thistle, and now he's working as the number 2 under Ian McCall at Partick Thistle. So I believe in football, you've got to take an opportunity while it's there, if it's there.
Yeah, I think Jim Goodwin made a great cowboy. If you were to offer him the Aberdeen job as a cowboy, what would you say to him?
Oh, that's a great question, Simon. See, when you actually asked a minute ago, do you think Jim Goodwin actually thought you were going to ask that?
Right,
so you've prepared for it, right? Go.
No, boys, honestly.
No, boys, honestly.
My bones are sore again.
Right, we'll do that at the end of the show.
Yeah.
Kevin Nisbet's back.
Superb.
On the squad for 2 months.
Oh, can I ask you a question?
Of course you can, mate. You can do what you like.
Who's the best player in Scotland outside Old Firm?
Oh, that's a great question.
You need to name one. I'll give you 2.
Ryan Hedges.
Aye?
Yeah.
I'll go Nisbet.
Right.
Performances wise or talent wise?
Talent. What, you saying talent? I'll go Hedges.
Scott
Oh, fuck it.
Oh, fuck it.
I mean, Scott Allan in terms of when he's playing week in, week out, but he's not been playing. We're talking about Slaney currently during this season, who's performed the best out, or just who is the best?
Or who do you think could go play for Celtic and Rangers?
Aye, that's a good one.
Right.
Aye, that's better.
Aye.
Who do you think's better, Shankland or Nizzy?
Fastest before, I say this, but I think you say Shanklin, didn't you?
Nah, I don't know if I could choose.
So I would say Nisbet.
I need to watch this back because I'm sure you've said Shanklin.
No,
before.
I mean, I probably did. But I think Nisbet, as the weeks have been on, I've watched a lot of him. He's not played the last few weeks. I've been called it
Frank McAvenny, man.
Frank McAvenny, isn't it, Frank?
Good question. Very good.
I think.
I do like Doig as well, sorry to interrupt.
On the left back.
Doig, the left back for Hibs.
His assist on Saturday was incredible.
Yeah.
Celtic are going for him.
Did you see his assist?
No. It was Hanlon that set it up, was it not?
No, it was Doig for the penalty. His assist for the penalty.
No, is that no Doig up front?
No, Doig, the left back.
Was it no Boyle that went down for the penalty?
I know, but did you not see fucking Doig's shot at goal?
All right, no,
absolutely fresh aired it.
Did he?
Straight to Boyle, got brought down for the penalty.
I'm not sure.
I don't know. That's a hard
I'll go
question.
Hedges. I like Hedges, mate.
I like Hedges at Aberdeen.
Yeah.
Very good left foot, glides through the game. I think he could adapt to. I think he could fit in quite well at either Old Firm. I think he could play in that hole.
Hedges?
I think he could. I genuinely think he could. See what you've got to remember is what you've got to remember is with players who are doing well out with the Old Firm. See, when you put them in the Old Firm, better teams, better players around you become better automatically. I was brilliant at Sunderland with signing with good players. See, when they called me with Muppets, I was fucking shite. It's just football. You're only as good as you get. See, if you take me off this show, you should be hopeless.
Yes, big man. See, that's the confidence I want for him.
That's good, I know.
No.
Yogi said the dive is a dive in it for Martin Boyle. Have you seen it?
No.
Right, no, that's good. Martin Boyle's dive should be sent off.
Aye.
He's on a yellow card, dives.
Definitely.
The dive should be an automatic red card.
Yeah, I agree.
Yellow cards don't stop people diving. It means nothing. Red card.
Good point.
Yogi says the last time he seen a dive at the boy was wearing Speedos. Tell him who the boy was.
Dick Campbell.
No, wasn't he? They were red and white Speedos.
Kev's. Peter Reid's face on ass.
Aye.
How did you notice Peter Reid's was there 2 big ears?
No, I was your boss. 2 big boss. If he finished the season strongly, he'll get a move again, won't he? Nisbet.
Yeah.
It's going to be interesting now.
Yeah.
Obviously, he had an interest in January and He was absolutely flying. Big shout for you, to be honest. I think you deserve a lot of credit.
Well, it's that
start of season.
So what did he say, Andy?
He said that Nisbet will be the best signing in the
That's a
season,
great
is that right?
signing, aye.
He did, aye.
Great shout.
It's the only one I fucking got right for that.
So see, ask you this, Simon.
Yeah.
Is Nisbet no been playing because he wanted a move?
Yeah.
Yeah, but then Doidge and Boyle done quite well together.
Still, for me personally, if I was a manager, you've got to understand in football why that move was coming about because of the finance, whatever. That's
Exactly.
a life-changing opportunity. You can't then take the huff of the boy no playing because he wanted away. He's not going to then come back into the team and not try. I don't think he's that type of player.
No, he doesn't seem that type, does he?
No, I think he's got a great attitude because...
Jack Ross went to England.
Eh?
Jack Ross went to England for Sunderland.
For money.
There you go.
So, aye.
Yeah.
So,
See what I mean?
good point.
Honestly.
Great point.
Yeah, that's a joke figure, you're right.
No.
So I just think that Hibs obviously, they lost the last two and then they went 1-0 down Saturday. If they hadn't got that quick reply, they could have lost 3 in the bounds. And whose fault would that have been? You'd start pointing the finger at Jack Ross.
Yeah.
But it looks like they're going to obviously maybe seal third place now. And,
Third's there now. Yes, now.
but no, the boy Nisbet, to be fair to him, he's just a goal scorer. And he's got a good touch, a good awareness. His first thought's always to get on the half turn. I like that.
See, Yankees more than a goal scorer, Kevin.
Yeah, you watch more football than I do, but opportunity-wise, he's always there looking to score.
Well, that's why I think that I've changed my opinion. That's why I would have him just ahead of Shankland, because I think Shankland is more of a goal scorer. 5 yards out, bang. Whereas I think Nisbet is more all-round. He gets about fighting defenders and all that.
Bashes people about, doesn't he?
Aye, I think maybe.
What, like Craig Brown?
Craig Brown.
Craig Brown type.
Dogging.
Good question that led to good points. Well done, Slaney.
That's us done, lads. Kelly are down as well. There you go.
Aye.
Kelly away, I think.
Aye, done.
Big Tommy.
I'm not changing my mind anymore. I think it's Kelly.
Yeah.
Or maybe Ross County.
I think. I really hope Yogi doesn't go down because I said he'd keep them up there.
Nah, same, mate.
I think Ross County have just got something about them. I don't know what I think they score goals. See the big boy
Jordan White.
I think he's actually helped the likes of Billy Mackay get a bit more. And I don't know, and it's no easy going up to Dingwall. I don't care what anybody says. You'd rather go to Rugby Park and play against Kilmarnock there than go up and play Ross County. I think I don't want to see Kilmarnock going down, but I think if Kilmarnock go down,
You should go back in, big man.
it would be long
Think he'll get his
term.
haircut if he goes into the championship?
Mate, long term effects
No,
of
he should
Kilmarnock
grow
going
it.
down could be
Just keep
catastrophic.
Yeah.
Because I don't think financially they're in a great place. I don't know.
What about Donald Trump?
Do you know-
Aberdeen
do you know-
job. Donald Trump, he's got a close up there, hasn't he?
Aye.
Because
Do you know
to see him
Saying
get back
fake
in.
news to everybody.
Just blaming China every time he got beat.
Every single time he gets beat. Fake news every time.
news.
What is he
Imagine his defensive war for free kicks.
There you go.
Unbelievable.
Jenky's.
Now
Who's his big at the White House or Moisey's says?
Come on. Come on. I've got something to tell you, but it's for the English podcast.
Oh, wow.
That's us done anyway.
Superb.
Perfect, lads. Well done.